what they fail to tell you about federal government contracting. Number one, they fail to tell you that you got to figure out how to repeat this. They tell you how to get a cage code. They tell you about the opportunity. Some may even try and discourage you. Not me, because everything's possible over here. But they fail to tell you how to repeat this. Dollar signs may not be the best drawing in the world, but that's what you want. You want to repeat this over and over and over and over again. And this is one thing they don't tell you. But the things I'm going to share today and what they fail to tell you about government contracting is going to help you to be able to do that. So there's a woman in my Facebook group, and she bid on a janitorial opportunity. I think she said she was $9,000 under. And I'll give you the link to my Facebook group. I would love for you to join. So this person wrote that they were like 9, 6, 7, 8 something thousand under, but they didn't win. So they requested a debrief. This is something else they fail to tell you in federal government contracting. You can request a debrief. Within 3 days of finding out you didn't win, you can ask for feedback as far as why you didn't win. So she asked for a debrief. You do this via email. What you do is you send an email to the point of contact and you say, hey, I would like to request a debrief for solicitation, fill in the blank. She found out in the debrief that she did not complete the SF 1449 and she only provided one reference instead of, let's say they asked for 3. And that's why I cover all of these things and more in proposal.wins.com. At the end of the day, they fail to tell you the importance of the proposal is what it really takes to write a proposal. Proposal Master Academy is $447. And very soon I will go live in there monthly and do a live proposal review, live Q&A just to the people there. You get templates, you see winning proposals, you get help with pricing, how to look up pricing. You get everything under the sun. There's probably almost 20 templates under there. Because one of the things they fail to tell you in federal government contracting, you have to give them what they ask for. Too often, free resources, SBA, PTAC, wherever, they try to discourage you. Oh, you have to have 2 years experience. Oh, what is it you want to sell? Oh, middleman's illegal. Middleman is not illegal. You don't have to have 2 years experience. I was a freaking grad student. I was Kizzy Marie Parks. Boom, as soon as I became Dr. Kizzy Marie Parks, I got a contract. So you want to request that debrief because what they fail to tell you is that you can request a debrief and that you got to complete everything that they ask for. Ask for 3 references, give 3 references. So then you may be thinking, but Kizzy, I don't have 3 references. What about your subcontractor? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you can find 3 references somewhere. And that's something else they don't tell you. You got to have a positive mindset. If you have a negative mindset, you're not going to get far in this space. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't care if you mark up your stuff 100%. You're going to get nowhere. They don't tell you that they send the responses as an amendment in a solicitation. Sometimes they'll tell you over the phone. Sometimes they'll text you. Sometimes they won't even answer you. That's something else they don't tell you. They instead tell you this. Reach out to a contracting officer. Request a capability debrief. They want to help you. They are your friend. And I had a contracting officer on my TikTok the other day. And this person said over 30 people emailed them requesting like a capability brief. This person isn't going to meet with them. They're not. Instead, what they don't tell you, you need to target the small business rep. And you can find that on acquisition.gov. The small business rep. That's who you need to target if you're trying to reach out to somebody. If you have a question about the opportunity, of course, contact the contracting office. But just like with anything in life, just because you call me or you text me, it doesn't mean I have any right to pick up the phone or respond to you. They don't have any right to pick up the phone or respond to you either. So something else they fail to tell you is sometimes you're on your own with this. And this is where people get scrambled. Like I'm making some eggs. They get scrambled up because they realize, oh my gosh, I got to find this. I got to make sense of this. I got to bid. And then God forbid I win. I got to execute. So what they fail to tell you is this is entrepreneurialism 101. That's what they fail to tell you because the people giving you information are entrepreneurs. They work for a free department. How is somebody at the SBA who's never, ever, ever, ever owned a business going to be able to tell you how to run a business? Please tell me. How is somebody at SCORE who's never owned a government contracting business supposed to help you? But yet, people want to talk about people on the internet. Oh, those people on TikTok. Oh, those gurus here. Oh, those gurus here. Of the people I have studied online who do something in the realm of government contracting, to my knowledge, all of them have had at least one contract. That's more than what I could say a lot of these people have had. So that's what they fail to tell you. Experts provide advice from their lens, period. And it's up to you to learn, apply, and adjust from all of them. And if you haven't got my book, this is a great place, $30, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. This is another thing they fail to tell you in government contracting, the importance of negotiation, sales, and influence. You got to be able to negotiate with these people and to get what you want. People instead make it seem like, hi, I see you sell pheasants. That's great. Heard you're the greatest pheasant seller in the world. What do you mean am I calling about? Yeah, it's that opportunity. Oh, what, you're the incumbent? Oh, you're mad at them and you don't want to give them pheasants and there's a pheasant protest going on? I'm sorry. Wait a minute, make sure I understand this. So you were the incumbent for this pheasant opportunity, but you're in a situation with the military agency and all of your friends are standing by you. So none of you are going to submit a quote for this opportunity. And you're basically telling me I'm wasting my time by calling anyone who sells pheasants in the state of Illinois. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, I didn't make that up. That's happening right now. This is business, y'all. And that's what they fail to tell you. They make it seem like, oh, we want all these small businesses. Look, oh, here's the small business goals for the year. And defense spent 17% with small businesses, 5% with women-owned. But yeah, there are small businesses out here that don't know what QuickBooks is, what an invoice is. Net 15, don't understand how to manage a contract. What they fail to do for us and to tell us is help us as entrepreneurs. They're too busy dangling that carrot, just dangling. Then reality hits. Then you hit me up on Instagram. Kizzy, I got a contract for $60,000. And please keep in mind, all of these things are examples and real life, unless I say I made it up. I got this contract, $65K, I need the money. Can you help fund me? I'm sorry, what? You didn't even offer me a wheatgrass shop. Just went straight to I need some money. And for our Ultimate Edge students, we're offering PO funding is something we're starting to roll out. Here's something else they don't tell you. You got to deal with the personalities and the culture of the agency where you went. You got to be ready for that. Some of these places are just different. And it's not to knock them, because I never do that. I never, ever talk publicly about any of my clients. I wouldn't be able to be and do if it weren't for all y'all. What these people fail to tell you is they're career government employees in a position to help you. And they're comfortable positions too. That's what they fail to tell you. They fail to tell you what it's really like to have a contract because they've never experienced it. So to really have a contract, you get the actual document, you got to sign it after you review it, and you got to execute. So if your subcontractor says, nope, I can't do the linen work, you got to figure it out. Does this happen often? No. I mean, thankfully, in all the time I've been in business since 2007, I had a sub say deuces after we won the work. There was that woman, like her brother, somebody died, and she said, I can't do it. So we found 2 other people. But we were able to do it. Because the other thing they don't tell you about government contracting, there are moments where it's challenging. But let me explain about that. Because what they do is they'll say, oh, it can be hard. It's going to take a year. It's going to take you forever to win a government contract. There's a difference between, in my world, it's hard, it's challenging, and you may be going through stuff. Okay? So I'm going to break this down to you. It does not need to take a year. The SBA has said on average it takes 14 months for a company to get a contract. It doesn't have to do that. You just have to follow simple steps. You get a cage code, you bid on something, especially something that most people won't bid on. You bid it at a reasonable price. You give them everything they ask for and you execute. Nothing more to say. That's the fundamentals. It's like losing weight. How do you lose weight? You lose weight by consuming fewer calories than you burn. If you want to do a weight loss shot, you want to take a weight loss supplement, you want to add exercise, you want to be vegan, you want to be OMAD, you want to be carnivore, whatever, doesn't matter. The mechanics are still the same. So when it comes to government contracting, there are times where things are going to be challenging, like getting a phone call saying, hey, one of our employees is handcuffed to a hospital bed. That was challenging. It's challenging when you're in the middle of contract negotiations with an agency. It's challenging when a loved one dies and you also own a business. Right now, there's somebody who's like, oh, I can't find anything to bid on. There's over 6,000 things. Is it that you can't find something or you just don't really want to do it? So is it that we use certain situations to prevent us from going forward? Is that what we're doing? This is for the long haul. That's another thing they fail to tell you. They don't talk to you about what happens when you win. You got to have calls. You got to have meetings. You got to be able to invoice. I think somebody earlier asked if you should get into PI system. Yes, you should. This is something else they fail to tell you. Government contract is not hard. Government contracting is easy, but it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not a get-rich-quick place. They may say, oh, it takes 2 years and the people online don't know what they're talking about. Listen, I don't know about everybody else. I know what I'm talking about. We have contracts. I see it as its intent and impact. People have a good intent. Hey, government contracting isn't for everybody. I agree. Sometimes people are making the mission harder for the SBA, harder for the Apex, harder for people because they just want to use instead of put in the work. So then no wonder the Apex SBA score is like, nah, you got to have 2 years experience. Nah, middleman's illegal. Nah, you can't do that. Because they're probably tired of people who just want to take. So now what people fail to realize is what it really takes to do this consistently. Because it's easy. I had a mentee. He had won 3 contracts before I met him. There's a lot of you here. Maybe you won several. Maybe you won 1. But how do you do it again? And that's what they don't tell you. This is something else they fail to tell you. All of our stuff, inner child, inner teen, all of that stuff that you don't want to acknowledge, we as people, I have. That's why I'm here in Tulum. I'm working through it. It impacts you as a business owner. It does. I say this because the lens that we have impacts how we sell. So walk with me. I had a belief that I wasn't worthy. So then how can I charge the government full price for something? I always gave discount. I didn't want to make a profit. I didn't think I should make a profit. I thought I should be in debt. I'm telling you, these are the beliefs I had. I know, listening to them, it sounds crazy. Now, I'm not like that. I did a lot of inner work. I took a really good class on money and views about money. And so now, confidently, I charge $3,000. I have a $500,000 offering. Because how am I to put in a bid for $25 million with the federal government if I believe all knowledge should be free? Then shouldn't you just give your stuff to the government? Then why are you here and getting cage code? And the reason, again, I go in on this is I want to challenge these beliefs that we have. They served us. You think the beliefs and you let them go. There's nothing wrong with paying. There's nothing wrong with charging. Why is it bad for somebody to charge? Why is that a thing? How can you submit a bid if you don't believe people should pay for knowledge? How can you ask the federal government to pay you to subcontract to Embassy King for some AC work in Miami? You can't. That's why a lot of you out there haven't done anything, because you can't wrap your mind around it, because you don't feel like you deserve it, or you feel like it's weird, or you feel like it's not for you. I'm here to tell you it is for you. There's no reason. winnerswaybook.com or on Amazon, we've sold almost 10,000 copies in less than a year. Nuts. There's a lot of things they fail to tell you, but I'll tell you this, I still love you. There's always love here, okay?